In this video, I'm going to show you how to select text in a placeholder and make changes to all the text that's in a placeholder. First of all, we need to go ahead and just click inside the text, and when we do, notice we get this placeholder. Okay? So if we were making changes to the title here, remember we have a placeholder for the title, we would just click up in there and we get that line around the placeholder. So you see that line is a dotted line. Let's go down here and click again. We get this dotted line, okay? When we have a dotted line, then we're working within the placeholder, but all the text in the placeholder isn't necessarily selected, okay? So if I forgot to, and I'm going to show you in a minute how to select the, everything in the placeholder. But let's say I forgot, and I had my blinking cursor down here on arable. And I thought I was changing everything in the placeholder. And I went up here and I wanted to make the font larger. So I would click on this increase font size. Notice as I click and then I click again, it's only affecting that one word where my blinking cursor was. Okay? Only affected that one word. I'm going to go ahead and click the decrease font size twice to get it back to where it was. Okay? So what I need to do is I need to make sure all the text is selected. Now I could go ahead and drag through and select all that text, and that would be fine in this case because we only have one bullet point or one paragraph. But if I had a slide that I had more information, more bullet points, more paragraphs in this placeholder, the best thing to do if you want to affect everything in the placeholder is to point to the edge of the placeholder. Notice it's a dotted line now, and when I place my mouse on the edge, it turns to a four-headed arrow. I click. Now that dotted line, hopefully you can see that on the video, changes to a solid line. When I have that solid line, I know everything inside of that placeholder is selected. So now if I make a change, okay, change the font in any way, change the color of the font, underline, okay, so if I click on the underline, notice all the text in that placeholder is underlined. Even if I had more bullet points down here, they would be underlined. I don't want to do that, so I'm going to go up here and just click undo, okay. Remember this undo button, it's wonderful. It can undo the last thing that you did. So I want to undo that. Notice I still have that solid line so that my placeholder is selected. I'm going to go up here and I'm going to click the increase font size. One time, notice how the font is getting larger. We can tell that right here, or the font size. It's getting larger and it's filling up the placeholder. That might be nice if you only have a little bit of text and you just want the text to be larger. Maybe you're presenting this to a crowd and you're going to have it hooked up to a projector, and making the text larger might make it easier to read. Okay, let's try one more time. We'll click another time and it fills in, makes it a little bit larger. Okay, so the idea is to make sure that the placeholder is selected and not just specific text, unless you just want to choose certain text to make a change, like we did in a previous lesson when we chose large grade spider and made it bold-faced. Okay,